Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Hey, Kane. Happy Mother's Day to you as well, if you're our mom. I truly appreciate you. StreamYard kind of got a little differently where we can't just click on the messages. We have to just basically like click on each one by one. So happy Mother's Day to everybody. Come on in. We got some things we need to talk about on this good Mother's Day. You are so welcome. I hope your day is going good. So I'm waiting for a few more people to come in. I'm waiting on my sisters. This was like a last minute live. I just planned this at the last minute. Like, hey, I want to go live. Hey, Open Book sis. Happy Mother's Day. I put the link to the StreamYard up into the chat. I don't know if you see it or not, but if you do, go ahead and hit that link whenever you want to come up. That's fine with me. Hey, Mrs. Bevins, happy Mother's Day to you as well. Hope you have an awesome day. Hi, Tennessee girl. Happy Mother's Day to you as well. Now, listen, y'all, I'm a little tipsy. I've been drinking. I told my sisters, look, y'all know when to step in, when you have to step in. So, yeah, I'm a little tipsy, but it's okay. I'm just enjoying my day and relaxing. Just getting better. Oh, no, what's wrong, Miss Bevins? I hope everything is okay. Hey, Shelly Shell says, happy Mother's Day to you as well. I told Open the link is up in the chat somewhere. I might need to drop it again, which is cool. Kang, yes, girl, I am a little tipsy, girl. I don't have 4 cups of the 1800 proof tequila. It's mixed with it's called blood orange or something like that. I don't have 4 cups of that. So, I am lit. Mrs. Bevins, I hope you feel better. I'm sorry about having the flu. That's horrible. That's something I do not want again. I have bronchitis. It feels like I had a flu though when I do get it. But I'm drinking Monaco right now. Okay, so what is that? What type of drink is that? Yes, please feel better. Hey, sisters.
Hey sis, hey chat.
Hey, hey, hey. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. It's been a great one too.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
My stuff muted and I'm study talking. Hey,
Uh-uh.
y'all. Happy Mother's Day. Hey, Chad.
Here go one of those
This stuff was muted. You started talking.
And I'm on hype back here with y'all and all thinking I'm in it with y'all. And I look like,
things.
uh, I'm getting it
Listen,
together. Y'all. I ain't long night.
I didn't even realize that y'all was even backstage, to be honest.
I know. I was just
Yeah.
back there. I was Dr. J's, another content creator, her live. So then I was like, let me get over to Lolo's.
Right.
I was just sitting here multitasking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Kane said she's out on a hike. If I don't respond right away, there is a glare on the screen. That is fine with me. Be careful on your hike, Kane.
Yeah.
Yes.
That sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Mrs. Bevins says mixed with different liquors. Oh my God, how many different liquors, Mrs. Bevins? That
Oh
sounds good.
wow.
I
She
was
said
tore up
it's
last night, y'all. I had one too many margaritas. I mean, uh, uh,
oh
Too
my
many.
God. Well, I for one, like I said, had 4 cups of the tequila 1800, and it's called orange or something, orange red, and it is so good. So
oh
I
my
am
God.
very, 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 very tipsy off of that. Like I told sis, I know it ain't gonna be a lot of people in this live, but I don't care. I want to go live anyway.
Yes,
You know, because there's some things I want to talk about. I want to get off my chest that I've been wanting to talk about, but haven't had a chance to. But we'll go into it as we go. So
right.
Uh-oh. I get nervous when them kind of comments. I'm like, oh shoot. We in the
I told sis that.
we in the
Eh,
unknown territory.
I told sis that. I said, open up. I said, I know how open is. And she gonna be like, oh Lord, but just go with the flow. It's nothing too bad. It's nothing too bad.
hey, Queen Tree Boo.
Happy
Hey
Happy
Queen
Mother's
Dree,
birthday.
Day.
how are you? Happy Mother's Day, honey. What are you doing for your Mother's Day?
Yes.
Yes,
I
happy
hope
Mother's Day to all the mothers.
yes.
Yes. Miss Bevan
And
said
all the
it's got
babies.
9% alcohol. Okay.
Mm.
9% alcohol. That's not bad. That's not bad.
I'm
Well,
gonna give
open
a
sis,
shout out to
we'll
all
talk
of
about
them.
stuff that you probably wouldn't talk about so much on your channel. And
Mhm.
so it just pretty much, whatever you want to put your input into it, the things to
We
say and
just
what
flow.
not to say.
Yeah.
We're just pretty much gonna flow with it, okay?
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
And look, we had food. I'm full and I'm ready to clown and whatever y'all want to talk about.
I know.
Yes. Okay, Queen Dree said she is working today. Oh my,
Oh,
you working on Mother's Day?
wow. I hate that.
Yes, I hate that too. That's horrible. But you're making your money though. You're still making your
I know
money.
that's right.
Bills don't stop. Bills do not stop
Never,
at
never, never.
all. Miss Baby said, look them up because and try them. I'm gonna try them, honey. I'm willing to try something at least once. Not women, not everything, but I am willing to try some things at least once.
Okay, Queen Dree, your birthday in another week.
Okay, Queen Drink. So I mean, listen, you ain't gotta tell us your age right now, but when you
Mm-mm.
when you do decide to, okay,
We're
let
gonna
us
be there.
know because we want to be in your live when you do turn up too, as well. If you
Oh,
decide to
wow.
go live.
Um,
She found out. Wow. Queen Dree was talking about the surprise in another chat somewhere, and then I thought she wasn't gonna be able to find out, but it looked like Amber found out her surprise.
Oh
Okay,
man,
so
Amber
before
be
the
finding
trip.
out everything.
Oh my
Amber be,
goodness.
Amber be finding out everything. Oh my gosh. So how got Mother's Day been going? Okay, okay. Queen Dree said, I am
Okay.
34. Okay,
You
okay,
burn,
young and
girl.
vibrant. I remember 34.
Mm-hmm. Me
Yes,
too.
I remember those days. The age of 34. I remember. Queen Dree. So she said, I'm going on a girls' trip to ATL for Amber's birthday. Okay, I want you to have fun. I always wanted to go to Atlanta as well. So that might be one of the trips that I go on.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
that'll be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll
I've
be
never been
nice.
to Atlanta either.
Yeah, me either. I always be like, oh, I want to go. You know, the main thing I wanted to see though, because I don't know what it is the Coca-Cola fountain.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
That's a nice place to
Yeah.
meet up if we, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's the
I could
main
even
thing I want to see.
I could drive there or catch a flight.
Oh, yeah. Because I think here it's like 6 or 7 hours
Atlanta.
away.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Queen Three, I know you can't wait, honey. I know you can't wait. I know you're excited. I know you're totally
Yeah.
excited. But we
Yes. I
know
was
there's other lives and stuff that are going on, but we can talk, just go ahead, talk, casual talk. You know, I want to say happy Mother's Day to everybody out there, you know, and just let everybody know that I hope they're having a great day or whatnot. And I want to say condolences to um, the mother, to the women or fathers that out here that has moms that have lost their moms. So I want to say condolences to them as well. And I know I miss my mom. Like I said, I haven't really. My mom was deceased at the age of when I was 5, and she was 23, and she was pretty much taken away from me and my siblings and everything. So I really didn't never get a chance to know her, but I do remember how she looked and everything. So that is one of the memories that I have.
Wow.
okay. Wow.
Mhm.
Well, it's good to hold on to those memories, sis. Be strong. Um, all
Mhm.
strong for each other, you know. My mom, I miss her as well. And she is an angel in heaven. And I know that she is definitely with me, you know, in the spirit. And I definitely treat it as such. And like I say, I'll never forget her, you know, never forget the things we did, you know, the places we went, you know, and things like that. So, yeah.
Mhm.
You know, to everybody that, you know, lost their mom, hold on to the ones that still have them, you know, cherish them while they're still here. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
Because life is real, and you don't realize it until you lose someone as close as a mother, and then
Mhm.
you finally realize, wow, it can happen to me. So, shout out to, you know, all the mothers that's doing their things for these kids and keeping them safe, you know, and just doing their thing, you know. We rock, period, you know. Mothers,
Mhm.
mother figures, you know, all of y'all, all of us as a whole, you know. Happy Mother's Day.
Mhm. And it's nothing like, you know, you can only have one mom, and once your mom is gone, that's it. There's nobody to replace her.
Right.
You know, there's nobody to
Right.
replace her. Open, would you like to give out some shout out the memories of your mom?
Yeah, I did a live, a little brief live. I was like, woo, oh my goodness, about to
Mhm.
tear me up, but you know, been holding strong. I try not to dwell on it too much. I know I went to we visited a church today, and they actually did awesome job today. They had breakfast for the families, and 'cause my husband had to play the drums. And then they had one little girl. She did spoken word, and she did it to her mom. And I was like, "Who?" I wanted to just bawl, but I'm like, "Hold it together, hold it together." So Today has been a good day. I haven't tried to make it sad. My mom has been gone almost 8 years, and it feels like yesterday. I look at my son, and it's so funny because some things that he does, like how he smiles and chews sometimes in a certain look that he has, reminds me so much of her. And I just, just think about those times. I know we were supposed to go over to my husband's mother's house, my mother-in-law, and she has one of his cousins that lives there. And and I can say this, it's just how I feel. And I know that they had brought that up. You can have a couple of those. Brought that up yesterday about he had a cough or a cold or something. And my kids, they have been looking forward to. I have been looking forward to with my husband for a week. And then out of nowhere, instead of just canceling yesterday, they canceled like right when we were at church. And we had taken like change of clothes and their gifts and things like that. So we just dropped the gifts on the porch, and he came out there to get them. I just think sometimes it just be an excuse because some people don't want to either be bothered or don't want to go through, entertaining. But I'm just like, if my mom was alive, do you know how much she would have given to be with her grandchildren and spend
Mhm.
time with them on Mother's Day and her
Right.
Mhm.
children? You know what I'm saying? Like, we have been
Mhm.
through a whole COVID. And so if he was with the cold or something, he could have just been in his room. I was just like, I don't know. And it just could be me. But
Right.
little stuff like that will trigger things, our thoughts. And so I just give a shout out to my mom for being so special, true warrior, a gem. She, in the time that God allowed us to be blessed with her. And not just, I
Mhm.
think that is spoken across my family because everybody went to my mama with their problems or, they
Mhm.
needed a laugh. She was like the center point. And so happy Mother's Day also to the mothers out there that's in the chat that will watch the replay. You are appreciated, you are needed, and you are loved.
Mhm.
Yes,
Amen.
definitely
Yep.
so.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Amen to that. And I want to get into things also as well. Speaking of mothers, this I think this will incorporate some things as far as mothers go, and that's being protective of your children.
Mhm.
As a mom, you have to be protective and aware and be cautious of things that are going around or people that's going around your children, which brings us into a familiar topic that is being covered right now, and which is an alleged topic with Walter Battles and everything, and the things that we had seen going on with him. Now, I don't know how y'all feel about the. Well, I do know how y'all feel. I'm quite sure y'all are on the same page as me, as far as um, you want to be protective of your children, right? And you don't want people with strange charges being around your children, because you want to make sure they are cared for, loved, and protected and not left in the hands of danger. Am I correct?
Right.
Yep.
I agree.
And I just feel like as a mother, um, I feel like BB, shouldn't have want that or try to hide things like that from people, considering the fact if you say you love your kids, you love your kids, you love your kids no matter what. Um, and you're gonna protect them no matter what. So I think it's strange as a mom to know that your dad had these charges out here and you still have your dad around these kids. They're still watching these children. He is still watching these children, or wherever, or has, or have, or whatever the case may be. I just feel like, as a mom, why would you want to put your children into situations like that? Because you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on at home when you're not around them. And even if it was my dad or cousin, uncle, brother, whatever, um, you could never see my grandkids or be around my kids, period. That's just how I look at it. That's how I feel about it. Um,
And you're not
I don't
wrong
know.
for you for that. You're not wrong for that. Because if that was my situation or anybody, uncle or pop or anybody, I wouldn't trust it either. You can't be around mine. Not no,
Mm-hmm.
no.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
being that, you know what I mean, it was so easy for, you know, him to have all these deep charges and her to overlook it and, not care. Well, not gonna. Well, yeah, I'm gonna say not care because she had her kids around him. Period. Her girls, but she also didn't trust him from having them cameras in the rooms. So my thing
Right.
is, you live in both sides. You living on both sides. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it might can happen. Let me try to
Mm-hmm.
prevent cameras. But at the same time, you knew what was going. You knew all the charges, and you trusted and still trusted him to watch your kids and be around your kids. That makes me think.
Exactly.
That makes me think that y'all might have had a little something back when y'all was younger. He was taking care of you when you was younger,
Mm-hmm.
sending you to school with money and fly things and you know things that have been happening, and maybe that stopped. But hey, I mean, I have allegedly have heard that she the dad did I mean take care of Brianna and said forget about his other siblings. That came from his other sibling, her his
Right.
other kids. He forgot about us and treated her like he that was the only one she had. You know what I mean?
It's basically
So
like she was the golden child. Right.
yes. So with that being said, like what else was going down for you to still trust them around your kids with these charges?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I gotta say. And you know who we dealing with, so it's gonna be what's gonna be. I just pray for the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pray
I
that
mean, that's
he's
what we can do is pray for
gotten
the
better.
kids, but
Yeah. And then they can say that it's over charges, but
mhm.
no, uh, mm.
It's
Um,
one thing to hear about somebody having charges like that. It's one thing to hear somebody having charges like that, but to actually see it in plain black and white and the proof, it's like a whole total different ball game. Because you have like, okay, well, this is the proof right here, you know. So it's just like public records don't lie, black and white don't lie. You see it for yourself. You can be like, well, I heard this, but where is the proof to it? Oh, but you know me, I always been like, where is the proof?
right, right,
You know, on anything, pretty much, on pretty much thing, on anything, I would like to see the proof on it, and just seeing
yeah.
the proof on it, just like, oh wow, it just pretty much wows me. Hey Amelia, happy Mother's Day to you. Hey Terry Dow, thank you for the fair use copyright. I appreciate that. Everything we say is allegedly. Amelia said she calling him daddy long leg, like how you know that exactly. Exactly.
Well, you know what? That's a great point, Amelia. My thoughts throughout this whole thing, y'all, and I just kind of not got into it too much until like something has been revealed. But I've looked at that relationship as like something odd, anyways. Um, I looked at when they were dancing together, the father daughter dance when they were out of town, or was it Jamaica that they had their wedding? And they had this father daughter dance, and y'all, she was so uncomfortable. It was the
He
look on
was.
her face and the posture of her body, and the fact that he co-signs everything. I almost feel like it's out of a I owe you. I'm gonna have your back and co-sign everything you do and say. And the way she dresses around him, things like that. I just really question what really went on in that relationship. And also, you know how like most mothers will say, if someone does something, let me know. Okay. So you want to have that open communication with your children. But I feel that with her, for one, she has not dealt with any past trauma that I believe she has
Mhm.
gone through. she's not going to know how to handle that. And it seems like she would be the type to hide and sweep it under the rug. She wouldn't
Right.
do anything about it. Okay, who's gonna tell on their dad? If you knew all of this happened and you still allowing him to be around your children, that speaks volumes, like in
It
itself.
does.
You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
And I was saying, I, what was I saying? Well, God, what was I about to say? Um, yeah, about the like she said that I was saying that the relationship that I seen within them two, it was just like it seems like that maybe allegedly he had touched her, coming up, you know what I mean? I really don't think that's her real dad. If it is, okay. But I think it was I think she, I think it was some things that was going on, and it was swept under the rug, and maybe she was getting money back then for it,
Who
as a
knows?
little sugar daddy thing, going to high school, thinking she this because she got this and that, and that's why, the other kids felt like she was the golden child because he was worried about her and what she was doing and what, you know what I mean? And that relation, and then like I said, she said it too confident, like, cause I know my daddy got a daddy long leg, like that's saying like, my dad got a big D, like who would say that
Mhm.
if you didn't really know about
That
a
is so
dad,
weird.
like
They even come out your mouth
you not
oh
that close,
God.
like yeah, like come on, so yeah, I think it's like a IOU, like yeah, yeah. I think probably when she got older, it turned into blackmail. Like, no, you this to me, you got to do the A.
And
But
then also, did y'all see Latae World's video where
Which
she,
no, I have not. I've been working
well,
so much. I haven't.
she did a video, a premiere, and girl, y'all, allegedly, well, I mean, she put the charges up there on the video. That hold on 1 second.
Yeah, fine.
yeah, I did see that. I did see that. I did see that video.
I haven't had a chance to look at it, but I
Yeah,
just
that
think
when I
that's
said
messed up. Though your dad have these charges,
yeah,
and yeah, I think it's messed up. Your dad have these charges, and you still have your dad around your children.
what I'm saying. So
And
evidently you knew, because it was everywhere. You knew he was going to jail back and forth for that. He was with your mom. You knew. So evidently he was. I think allegedly that they had a little fling too. Period. Like
mm-mm. I mean,
you know
because I
what I
mean, he
mean.
singled her out. He singled her out. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Alexis, happy Mother's Day and happy new beginnings with Rosie
Hey,
and
Rosie.
kids.
Happy,
Rosie, how are you?
happy Mother's
Yeah,
Day
because
to
he singled her
you.
out. How you have all these children and you just worry about that one child, that
Yeah,
one child.
yeah, cause y'all, yeah, cause look, I don't know. Allegedly, I guess I got to keep saying, but I'm
Yep,
telling
we're
you,
gonna say allegedly,
that's
but
just how it
we
feels.
know that he had these charges and they was
Mhm.
diminished. I think my understanding
And
was,
then, and then we know you ain't trust them because you put them cameras in that room to make sure. You know what I mean? So come on now.
but what about when the camera's not rolling? Say for instance that he knows that the camera's not rolling or something happened to the cameras. Like your kids is still not being protected. You get what I'm
Right,
saying? They're still
right,
not being protected. You don't know what's going on, especially when you have him dropping your child off to her daddy by himself. You're not in the car with him. You're not in the car with him. You
right,
don't know what he could be doing. And that goes for the girls, it can go for the boys too as well. Because the girls get groomed, the boys get groomed as well. So
right,
your children are not being protected. Cameras is it stops a little bit, but it does not stop a whole lot. Because if something wants to be done, it can happen regardless.
right, right. And
And I
that's
just feel like as a mom, there is no way I would have my children around my dad. I wouldn't even want to
mhm,
associate with my dad, period. Because I'm going to protect them at all costs.
Right. And you're not wrong. Yep.
And
You're
it
not
just
wrong.
is what it is with that. They can say, well, you know, I'm quite sure, children are gonna be like, well, where's granddad? Do we have a granddaddy? In my mind,
Mhm.
you ain't got one. In my mind, with charges and stuff like that, especially if I know that he has done this to me. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
I wouldn't even want him around me. I wouldn't want to be associated. Not around me, and then around my children at that too. It's like, come on,
Mm.
what do you not really care? You can say you love somebody. You can say I can love my children, but yet you can't love them obviously that much to put them in harm's way.
Right. Right.
They are in harm's way. There's no way I'm gonna have my dad at home with these type of charges. Come on there. Where is the love at? You know what I'm saying? Anything happens to your children, you're done.
Right. Hey, dreamy girl. Welcome in love. Yes. Man, it's a sad situation. And it's like she's the dominant one. She don't listen to nobody. Um, like I said, we already know her character. So ain't nobody gonna teach her but these CCs that she's listening to. The little bit that she do want to do, you know what I mean? So I
Yeah,
just like
but
I
she's
said,
like, but
she
she
needs.
is going against the CC. She's going against the content creators on this side that's telling her what's right and telling her what's
Yeah,
wrong. It's
yeah,
like you can't tell her nothing.
you can't, and she don't have nobody around her that can tell her nothing. That's her friend or the nothing. Cause if you tell her something like that, you be kicked to the curb. So she don't got nobody
Mhm.
giving her no positive advice or nothing like that. She thinks she just know it all, and that those people need some mental. They need mental help. They need,
Yeah,
you
they
know,
do. They really do need mental help. There's no
and
way I'm gonna
that's
sit
just
there.
it. That's just it.
Hmm
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way I'm gonna sit there if I am a fan, supporter, or whatever, and I see, hey, listen, your dad got these type of charges. What's up with that? Why is they still in? Why are they still in the home? Why is he still in the home? Why you even have your dad around these kids with these type of charges? If I was a fan or supporter of her, block me or not block me or whatever you want to do. At least I know I made a point to say, hey, you're not protecting your children. I wouldn't want to see nobody like that. You weren't gonna be up in my face like that, knowing your dad have these things going on, and you sit there and you hide it from the world. You knew he had these type of charges.
Yeah.
But you know what? I mean, I guess I was curious as to know why did this come up just out of the blue when all of us knew this what a year or something ago and nothing was done because I think back okay a couple of things I was so glad I forgot which chat I was in but they agreed with some of the things I've been thinking but some people haven't been thinking that way because I don't believe that she is 32 and when you put all these little clues together like Latae did the video and she allegedly did this assault charge on a guy back in 2008. At that time, she would have been like 15 years old. Okay, this dude is looks older than her, and I'm like, wait a minute, 15? Like the ages are just not matching up. Okay, like how old
Mhm.
is her son? Like when people say, "Oh, she's 32," no, she's really 32, and I'm like, I keep asking questions in chats. How old is her oldest son?
Right.
Like really thinking back, it's some stuff, it's a time period where something did go down. Then I think about what Humble said, about the football player and things like that. So it's like something,
And she
there's a
ain't
period
no
of time when
20.
some stuff went on. Okay. With the
Mm-hmm.
mama
Mm-hmm.
situation, she went home to mama, something, it
I'm
just was some
telling you.
time period missing. And someone
Yeah.
said yesterday in the chat, they were like, y'all know how she can come up with all these different documents and things, allegedly. And then the brother named last name Batts, Batts, hers Bateau. Like, Was there really a Bax? You know, how many names have you had? Like, this thing can get
Mhm.
deep if you really think about it. And so,
Yeah.
who's to say what happened, what really has taken place in
Right.
that time period when she was younger? You know,
Right.
where she don't want to talk about it. And then
Mhm.
even Harmony was talking about, I think last night in DMs, that somebody, or was it Rich? It might have been Rich, about the multiple personalities and things like that. Like, I've always said that too. Like, I think the girl has different personalities. They cover for her that she bring out on different times to help protect her. And I think when she goes back and she says, I always feel like I'm saving people and I'm sacrificing. In her mind, she's probably doing something she wished somebody had done for her. You know, back
Mhm.
then, not trying
Yeah.
to excuse her behavior or anything like that. But I've been thinking about different little things in my mind of what could have taken place throughout the time period that a lot of us don't really know this girl. Like,
Yeah.
from that time, I don't even think Robert knows her. Like, knows
No.
her, and what
No.
she's
I
capable of,
don't.
what she's done.
Right. I don't either.
Well,
No.
like you can be with somebody, you can be with somebody and still, but I think they got married real fast though. They got
Yeah.
married real
Yeah.
fast, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. And it's probably some
Eh,
stuff that he probably would be shocked about, like, what? Wait, what? I wonder, did he know about the guy? You know, the Latae found, because I don't think in the saga has brought up that assault situation with that guy, and the case was thrown out back in, I think it was 2000, with 2008, I think 2008, because I had never heard about that.
And I seen a
Me
guy.
neither.
He looked at way older than if she was 15.
Exactly.
Like a grown
Okay.
man. Like what you was doing, girl.
How old was he back then?
Mhm. Like what?
Right, NSX,
I'm
like
done.
NXS, because I would say, okay, if you think about the personality with the glasses, okay, we ain't seen her in a while. I don't know where she at.
That's right. We have it right.
Mhm.
Where she
We
been?
have it.
Okay. She'll come
Mhm.
out after, when she'll probably come out. She'll come out after she done went through this court battle and she done popped off with all the CCs. That one's gonna pop out. Being
Mhm.
innocent. Okay.
The glasses,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
With the
It
yep.
all comes back to I just say the same thing. She needs to get mental help and take medication to level out, the levels of her what's going on with her. It's not gonna help if and we could say that CCs do their content and they might do this and this for that, but no. She do real stuff in real time where she need real help and
Exactly.
you can see it and she's
Exactly.
nobody's there to tell her or push her, you know. So until then, like we're gonna still see this what we saying.
And she don't like to be called out, but yet you still doing everything on the internet to be called out. Like,
Mhm.
make it make sense. This is what you do. You put your life on Front Street for everybody to see, and then you don't want nobody to critique your life. You don't want
But in
nobody to
her
say, "Hey,
mind,
maybe as a mom, you can do
mm,
a little bit better in this area." Or why you got your kids' hair looking like that and your hair looking like this?
yeah,
Why your kids
yeah,
wear this outfit and you got this bad ass outfit on down to the shoes? You is dressed from top to bottom, but your children look like they're wearing hand-me-downs. You get what I'm saying? And then she'll
yeah,
take that and she say, "Well, somebody's talking about my children." Nobody's not talking about your children. We're talking
yeah,
about you. We're talking about you
yeah,
as a mom. What we see you are doing as a mom that you could
yeah.
be doing better in.
In her mind, everything she doing is right. She don't see nothing wrong with that. In her mind, it's like, oh, my kids go to school when they come home. They don't go outside. They don't do nothing, so they don't need nothing. I'm doing that. Like she's all self-absorbed. So, and that's another mental problem. She got to get that right. Just because they don't go outside or they don't, or whatever the case may be, how she using it. In her mind, she thinks it's right. It's not like she thinks it's right, and it's not. It's not right.
And you
So
know
do she
what?
think
And
hiding
it's,
charges? Do
huh?
she think hiding charges is right then? Is her mind that gone? Or
Well,
she
I
just
don't
don't
I
want to be
mean,
called out?
know, because guess
why-
what? If she does not have him, she got to turn a blind eye to it. Who's going to help her with the kids and have her back? Like a lot of the people that left her, close friends have left. She got some people around her right now, but a lot of the genuine people probably are not in her life. So she needs at least one person that can babysit and have her back and
Mhm.
all of that. He the main one right now,
But
you
I'm
know.
telling you right now, I wouldn't be. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Robert get custody of Momo. You know, and I believe that I don't think she'll put up a fight. You know, she got the twins, and I think that she'll let Robert take Momo and let her go ahead with the twins. And I don't know what even was going on with the case, so that's why I don't even want to speak on it. Because is the other dad getting his kids, or is everybody getting their kids, or just Robert getting he want his daughter?
I think he's just
So
trying to.
listen, this is why I
But
disagree with you at,
I
sis,
love
right
it. I
here.
love it. I love that he trying to get his daughter. You know,
This is what I disagree with you at, though, sis. She don't want she gonna put up a fight. You know why? Because she getting that extra $1,400 a month. Facebook don't pay like that. Facebook don't
yeah,
pay
that's
like that
true.
no more. That's why she
And
try to get her little scrawny butt over here on YouTube.
yeah, she gonna put up a fight. I ain't mean to, yeah, cause she gonna make sure she will. But if you know what, if he win, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, if he wins, I. But my understanding also as well, I think that it was brought out some time back that Walter had these charges. So if he just
Yeah.
now finding out, I think this is what kind of like I'm on the fence of like, okay, well, we've been saying that he had these charges. We been knew about these charges. Um, so for the truth just now finding out, I'm just like, well, how is he just now not too long finding out when this has also been mentioned plenty of times by the content creators
In the past. That's why
in
I
the
was
past? Yeah.
confused. I said, well, what happened? I must have missed a chunk of something because I was like,
Yeah,
well, this didn't sound like new news, you know.
right.
We had already, this was exposed already. So I wasn't trying to be funny, but I didn't know where it came from out of the blue. And I was agreeing with NXS in the chat because I don't know if y'all remember when I used to do the lives when she was pregnant, we were talking about the stomach and she kept wearing her hair. I think she had like the pigtails or something. And I said, now wait a second now. Who is this personality? Because we ain't never seen this one. I said,
Oh,
where the one that with the with the
yeah.
long hair that be popping out? Lo and behold, that girl popped up on YouTube with her hair done that day, and popping out. I said, oh, there she go.
Uh-huh.
She was a different personality than when she was pregnant, all down, depressed, not really fixing herself up, makeup and all of that. Then she got that hair done, that makeup and stuff back on. That's when I knew the other personality was back. I'm telling y'all, she switches in and out. And a lot of people, I don't think, picking up on that. Just like one of those personalities might be 32, but then I think it's another one that's about 36, 37.
Oh my God.
And one that's just forever 16, like forever.
Yes, exactly. She's stuck. She is
Hmm.
stuck in that high school
Hmm.
age. I don't know what
Yeah,
happened during that year.
and it's
Well,
all messed
some people never seems to grow up for some reason. I don't understand that, but I mean, I'm just like, but how you get from you come out as a this girl been 32 for what forever, honey. Since we
They
been
say
into the
I'm
saga,
tripping.
honey. Listen, I listen. She gonna be 32 next year to get out the next 20,
up.
20, 30, 20, 40. Listen, honey, we can't seem to never get her age right. Now, if I'm
Right.
not mistaken, I think Upper has said that her and Bree is the same age, if I'm not mistaken. So,
How old is Upper?
I think Upper is around the same age as Bree, if I'm not
What,
mistaken.
32?
I think so. I'm not for sure she in her 30s. That's what I do know.
Hey, humble girl, I was just bringing you up too. I said, now I'm putting all this together, help on the toes about the football player, Okay, then we got this new case Latana put out here when the girl was 15. So what happened between those two? Because that's a lot of stuff, accusations going on within 15, 14, 15, 16. You got it on this grown man, then you got it on a football player. Girl, where were you? Like, it's too much going.
Right, exactly. It's just too much to kind of like comprehend, try to add up. It's just a lot going on. So I'm just as confused too because I remember when Humble was like, yeah, when she was like Humble's like my sister them know or something like that if I'm not mistaken. By the way, Humble, happy Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day to you, Bet 2023 NXX. Happy Mother's Day to you as well.
Yes.
Sapphire,
Happy
happy
Mother's
Mother's Day
Day.
to you as well.
Hi, Sapphire.
Amelia, happy Mother's Day to you. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. I don't want y'all to think that I am ignoring y'all. We just up here talking, but I do see y'all in the chat. And I
Yeah,
appreciate
happy
y'all for
Mother's Day,
coming in
lady.
here and engaging with us. We understand that other lives are going on, other lives are popping off, but hey, it's always the
But
replay game. So we good.
yeah, and we
But
need to worry about that.
Right, just keep
yeah,
it rolling, yo.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're just gonna keep it on going. But
yeah.
like I said, it's so much stuff that has transpired and has happened
Mm.
within what is this going on the third year?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
in,
in
yeah, we in the
October
same.
be the 3 year
Yeah,
anniversary.
yeah.
Oh, it sure will, because you know what? We had always said, I think we said this last year. Was it last year, y'all? When we was like, you know what? The first of the year, Christmas time, we done. November, we're done. We're done.
And we still talking about this.
And we still talking about, we was like, listen, we
I
just
really
want to make
was
sure they
done.
get divorced. Look,
Yeah,
I'm like, listen, we want to make sure they get divorced and
yeah,
Robert get to see Mama.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not going back through this. We're going to go ahead and do our own little thing, our own little thing. Then we found ourselves still in January. Oh my God, it's more stuff, like, are we really backing down from it? So we still been going on at this thing, going into almost 3 years of this year. So it's just crazy how things transpire, or whatever the
yeah,
case may be. It's like a part 4 of the saga. Ben
yeah.
said BB, I guess, got two baby dads. I saw one saying she 32, the other she 33, and the 33 is for a BB Junior.
Mm.
And then let's
Um,
read that again, because wait a minute, I'm a little tipsy. Reread that open and share.
She said BB, I guess, got two baby daddies. I saw one saying she's 32. The other one says she's 33. And the 33 is for a BB Junior. Who's a BB Junior?
Yeah, clarify that bit.
Well, I went on there.
Clarify that.
Oh, baby daddy is for, okay. Maybe, I guess, okay. The other 37, 33 is for a baby daddy junior. Okay. Well, my thing is, even when you look up Latruth's age, because I think we were looking that up one day on one of my lives, y'all, it doesn't have the same age. I don't know why. It was showing 37, 38. Like, I don't know what's going on with the ages. I
I mean, I don't know
don't
what's
know.
going on with the ages either.
All
yeah,
on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, but on Google. Like, if you Google and say what is this person's age, it doesn't have the same. Just like with BB, if you go on to Google and type in her name and say what's her age, you're gonna find 3 different ages. So
yeah.
really, nobody really knows. To be honest, people can go by what she's saying, but no, I don't believe it.
I think she gonna have to age one day.
Right, you
She
gotta
can't be
age
30.
one day. What is the point
Um,
saying 32? Why are
You
we in
can't be
this cycle?
32 forever. We would
Right.
love to be 32 forever. But it's a blessing to see age as you goes along. You know what I'm saying? That God didn't create us to stay the same age forever. If I could stay 26 forever, I would love it, because I'll be youthful and hey, honey, I still have all it want nothing to be popping or breaking down or gray hair coming in this place, back aches, butt aches, spot aches. Listen, I would love to be 26 forever, but that's not God plan. That's not how He planned it for us to be. He want us to grow old, you know. And
Right.
you know, we coming with old, you know, as you get older, it comes
Mhm.
more wisdom.
Yeah, like she got her own show, and you know how you get shows, and you don't know how old the real celebrities are until they get, you know what I mean? Like what you did, what you thought you was one of them when you started out. Let me change
You,
my age so I can
Uh-huh.
be
Some of them do
like
that.
you. Yeah, that you know them. You know that you never knew how you know they would make them younger or make them. You don't know their or age until they come out because they want you to be
mm-hmm,
younger on them. You know shows you be on and stuff.
Yep, to appeal to
You
a
know.
certain audience.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
I remember that.
Mhm.
They do
A New
So,
that.
Beginnings with Rosie said, you know that girl is saved. God is preserving her for youthfulness. Honey,
Ah,
yeah.
I guess.
I wonder what church
But in
that
all
she.
seriousness, y'all, last night when, just thinking about that, when the realization hit me, like, oh my gosh, like if something does happen or did happen, I really don't think she'll be able to handle it properly, or she's going to sweep it under the rug like nothing's happened, like the same that she's doing with.
Right. Right.
She
Right.
said it out her own mouth what he did. But then what? Okay, every time something the fire is on him, his name gets in the algorithm and all these videos start popping up. Something happens for her to take the attention and put it back on her instead of allowing him to get exposed. It's like she will cover
Mhm.
up stuff. And I think that if
Mhm.
something did, who are they going to go? That's the thing that makes me so scared. Who are they going to go to? Okay, what
that's right.
grandparent, if the grandparent that's there has the record, okay, then
Mhm.
who do they go to if mommy can't handle it or may not do something? Who else do they go to?
Nobody.
Exactly.
Can. The
You see
baby
what I'm
dad
saying?
got him
That's
out the way.
scary.
Got everybody out the way. That's what narcissists. They get everybody out the way.
And the
They just
daddy,
Exactly. And that's one thing you want to do
the
is be
first
able
dad,
to
he'll
run
cover
to
that.
your
He'll find one
parents.
of them. Shoot.
yeah. She can't run to her parents, no sisters, cousins,
Yeah,
nobody.
where the family at? Who would they
And
talk to?
that shows a lot.
That is scary, man. Like seriously, it's no joke. Like you
Mhm.
have to protect your kids, regardless of who you are. This is just a real talk conversation. Like I say, she gonna do what she want to do. Even when I discuss the job abuse type of situation, I take it off of her because she's gonna do what she wants to do. Okay,
Yeah.
but let's
She gonna
focus
do
on
it.
the kids in the situation. If anyone was in the situation, you don't want your kids to be in a vulnerable position, and then if they
Mhm.
come to tell you something, you gonna try to cover it up, or you don't even know how to handle it because you're dealing with your own trauma.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then
Right.
they don't know who do I go to, who do I tell this to? Do I tell it to a
Mhm.
teacher at
Mhm.
school? Do I tell my friend? Who else do I
Mhm.
have to protect me while she's trying to
Mm-hmm.
cover up and protect this man? Be that
Mhm.
for your children. You have to
Right.
be there for them, and I don't care who it is. This is a
That's
daddy or
right.
uncle. Okay, baby, you getting away from this house, and no, you will not watch my kids. No, because I
That's
don't
right.
trust you.
Plain simple. Plain
I don't
simple.
trust you.
I
Don't,
don't
ain't no
trust
way
Right.
in
you.
the world. You're not gonna be around my children.
Don't be on
You're
their
just not gonna be
laps.
around them. I'm sorry.
No.
It's not happening.
Nope.
And that's bad because they have nobody to turn to. You want to
Nope.
turn to your parents. You would think that
Yeah.
can go to them. But no, they're not gonna be able to go to them because they're gonna say, hey, you knew this, and and you let this man do this to us.
Mm-hmm.
If anything has happened or whatever, allegedly, everything we say
Allegedly.
is
Yeah, we don't
allegedly,
know.
okay, y'all,
It's just a
because we don't
scenario.
know, you know, it's like a scenario. So, but in a lot of cases and things, when people have charges like this, is done to somebody that they know. You get what I'm saying?
Yep. It's
It's
and they
it's
teach you that in
done.
training. It's usually a person they
Yeah.
know. Yep.
That's right. And and it brings me back to a time that I was touched. I was touched, and I was touched by a family member. And
Mm-hmm.
I told my family when I got grown, but even when I got grown, they still didn't believe me. They still did not believe me. So you got to think about who can you run to in a situation. And now I'm grown, and I'm telling them. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so a child, you can imagine a child trying to run and tell, hey, mommy, hey, daddy, this is what has happened. And you turn your back from your child. Come on, now, that's the most hurting thing ever.
That's true. I know one time I was at this lady's house that I used to like flatten on my hair. Well, back then they had the little hot stove with the clipper things that click, click, click. Oh, girl, that thing, I would be scared to be burning me. So I was on the porch. And so it was this guy that he actually lived down the street because that lady's house was not too far from my grandmother's house. You okay? Okay, take your time. Was not too far from my grandmother's house, and he was actually in a wheelchair. Okay, but he was a grown man, and I was on the porch, and he was like, he had wheeled up to the porch, and he was like talking to me and stuff. I've seen him before, but I didn't know him like that. And he was trying to talk to me. I had to be at least probably 6 or 7. And I remember this, and
Mm-hmm.
I was like, he was asking me something. I started feeling uncomfortable by the conversation. And
Right.
I was like trying to go back into the house. He was still sitting out there. He was like, hey, hey, come here for a second. And all this. I told my mom, because my mom had always had this open communication. If somebody ever makes you feel uncomfortable or try something with you, please let me know. I don't care who it is. I told my mom about that. Child, my mama got in that car. She drove down to those people's house, and he was outside actually, I think, when she had pulled up, and she went off on him, say, this is a child. She was going off, and he never tried nothing else after that. You have to expose it. Okay. So that's why kids have to feel comfortable coming to you, knowing
That's
that I
right.
don't care who it is, mama gonna have my back. I don't care if it's a man she been waiting 10 years to get. And I done told you this man was looking at me inappropriately or touching me, and you gonna let him go over me. You
Right.
want to have that type of back. Not, oh
Right.
Lord, I ain't had a man in 10 years. Okay, well, it'll be okay. I'll talk to him. And then you don't say nothing to the man, and you still got this man around your children. Okay,
Right.
no,
That's
nobody wants that.
crazy.
That's crazy. You chose a man
Mhm.
over your child.
Both your children. Yep. That is
Woo,
crazy.
that's
And
crazy.
that's the problem.
Because you
Yeah.
got to just have somebody. You just got to have somebody. You just got to be up. Let me tell you something. Honey, that just burns me and it burns me up.
Yes.
Mhm.
It burns me up deep down on the inside, honey. It burns my soul. You just got to have a man to where you just turn your, come on now.
Yeah.
Come on. That means you got more love for this man than you have for your children.
Exactly.
Definitely.
And I tell my
You
kids
can't tell
the
me
same
you love
thing.
your children and you let this man's to honey. I would have had a full fit. Do you understand when it comes to mine? I would have had a full fit, period. Honey. I would be incarcerated when it comes to my children,
Mhm.
So I can't respect any mother that says, oh, I love my children, but let this go on. I'm sorry, I can't respect it. I can't get down with it. It ain't no
Mhm.
excuse. It ain't none of that. And I'm tired of people making excuses for her. And I'm tired of people making up lies for her. And I'm tired of her always going up against the content creators when they trying to tell her what's good. You out here taking out TPOs and everything. Listen, you need to be getting rid of that abuser out your home,
Mhm.
allegedly, and you need to be getting out. You know what? It can't even be allegedly because she put it out herself. It came out the horse's mouth.
Yeah, she said it. Right.
Yeah.
She said it
Yeah.
herself. And you trying to make it seem like people just stand and making up anything. We cannot make up anything that has came out your mouth directly. You went onto this internet, you told millions of people what this man has done for you, but then you get on camera and you say to us and say to these content creators, does it look, and your fans, they so blind, they delusional, and a majority of them are dumb as fuck. Let's just keep it real, okay? And keep hiding
Mhm.
for this lady. She gets on camera and say, does it look like I've been abused? You honey,
Yeah,
listen, you
grocery.
may not be
Yeah.
scratched up. You may not have been marked right then and there, okay? But
Mhm.
best believe me, the way you act It is still going on. And you also just not too long told us and the whole world that he has done this to you. So if he hadn't done this to you, why would you come out and put a claim like that on this man? So listen,
Right.
there is nothing you can say to rebuttal something that you have said directly out your mouth. You cannot come at us and be like, oh, they lying, or they this, or they that. No, we're not lying. It's coming out your mouth. So does that mean you're lying?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean you're lying? Now we all know she's known for lies. That's all she's been doing is telling lies since she came out. Okay?
Yeah.
I
Right.
have not known her for being truthful, not on one little thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so don't come
I'm
at us
thinking,
and be like, we're a bunch of liars. We're not a bunch of liars. It comes out your mouth. And it's sickening as a mother that she will sit there and constantly do these things to put her children in harm's way and herself.
yeah.
And another thing, I wouldn't be having no babies, no fresh babies by no abuser either. Okay? Let's get that straight. Because you have to deal with that person until that child gets older.
All the pleas to put the internet family.
All
Mm-hmm.
the
All the
police,
pleas to
and these
people.
people didn't even tell her not one time,
And
hey,
now
what you
saying
doing
that.
is wrong. Ain't no way. Listen, here they go. When y'all gonna get married? When y'all gonna get
Mhm.
married? Oh yeah, y'all should have some babies together. Y'all make a cute little family. This
I know
woman
they
is
waiting
a
for the
full
next better
psycho.
thing to do.
Right. And that happens in real life. People pushing
Yeah.
for folks to get married, and it's not an ideal
But
situation or it's an abusive
yeah.
situation, and bringing babies
Right.
into that is just going to complicate the situation. It ain't gonna help. So then
Right.
leave you, and, or you put them out there. What? Now you got mouths to feed for at least
Yeah.
18 years.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You got some couples that had babies for social media and they ain't even together no more.
Right.
Three or four kids now, they done broke up. All for a little bit of money. They done gathered up. It's
Oh,
crazy.
like that couple. Was it the Derricos or what was that? It was a family that has a lot of kids. I think it's something the Derricos,
I
and
know
they got a
the lawyer
divorce. They
family.
got a lot
You
of
know,
kids.
oh, they got divorced.
Hmm.
Honey, let me
I
tell you.
know the Bean Squad not together no more.
Wow.
Bean Squad, they not together, and they got four kids.
Yeah, a lot of people get married for show, honey. They get
Yep.
married for show and for money. And just to say they married. You got a lot of people out here just want to be married just to be married. Why?
Uh-huh.
Yep. And that boy, I don't really think he's going to marry her. He flirting every chance he gets. He on video supposed to be shooting a movie. He doing push-ups with a lady looking all into her eyes and all of that. I was like, well, you got this girl back here taking care of these kids. She
Uh-huh.
probably watching
Exactly.
every video.
Eh,
uh-uh.
Exactly. Vet 2023 said, once a man say what he gonna do to me and nobody will find my body, it's a wrap. He will never
Right.
come back to my house ever. Exactly. Because when
no,
somebody say something, they mean it. You just believe that.
Right.
she that desperate. That's crazy.
That's why I said she's going to move differently with him than with the others.
Right, right.
Yeah.
She letting
Cause that's
she,
crazy.
she letting him do what he doing. She letting him do what he doing, and he
She
still.
moved differently when she was on that camera, didn't she, y'all? When he came in, when she was on
Uh,
camera.
yep. And then next month, that's because he care. That's because he care about her and doesn't want her involved in drama. No.
I
Mm-mm.
don't even think they together, yo. I just think they have that business together. They together like as in having the twins, but he gonna do what he want to do, and told her she could do what she want to do. But
Yep.
she's doing what she know that she don't want the internet to be embarrassed. She don't want to be embarrassed,
You don't want
so
to be
she
embarrassed.
on the
Yeah.
side of like they can't show each other none of that. Why he over there doing push-ups with girls and things that he could do? I think it's that, and he know it and she know it, and but she in her feelings, she just not having it because of some fact of she's worried about what people gonna think. Girl, move on.
But when it comes to your life being at stake or your children's mental
Yeah,
health and them seeing the toxicity and
yeah,
them being a part of that, it's no joke. Like, it's not even worth it. I'd rather a few people laugh and be like, oh, see, it must be her, another failed relationship.
yeah,
I'd rather
yeah,
people say that than be in it. Like, they'll get over it, they'll start talking about something else. So
yeah,
it
yeah.
is what it is. But she will just stay in that. I really feel that.
Yeah, yeah. She's gonna stay and play the part she playing, whatever part that is. The side chick, the come get your money, da 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 da. Get the twins. We don't know. He might be getting more recent than we know. We don't know, but
Hmm.
and that's that. But relationship wise, I think, I don't think they're together. They ain't together. I think they know it too.
Oh
But
yeah.
she just, it's crazy. It's a sad situation. It
Uh,
is.
let's see. Beth said once he get in good with the women on KW, we will see her spazzing out again on him. What's
Mm.
KW? KW.
What she said? Wait a minute.
Is he in a new show or something? I don't really follow him like that. Yeah, she gonna spaz out again on him. She'll be coming with another live landing on the floor. Susan said no one can convince anyone to leave. They will make a decision when and if they're ready. Exactly, Susan. That's what I said too. That's why I don't really
Yeah.
focus on it a lot with trying to. Oh, got you. Okay, then.
Oh,
Focus
Pennsylvania.
on it a lot saying her because really she's made her decision. You can't force her to leave. But if there are other
Mm.
women out there that find themselves in similar situations, you don't want to stay in that situation. You want to get out of it. You don't want to be around your kids
Yeah,
looking at you because you're setting the example for them
yeah.
also. And so yeah, it's not even worth it.
And he could play both sides of the field too, Susan.
Hmm.
I mean, he could be telling her she can't have nobody, or you better not mess with nobody, and she won't.
Oh
And
yeah,
he
like
still
the
could do
ice
what he
situation.
want to do. And he still could do what he want to do, you know what I mean? So she got to be the one to get out. And if he telling her that, like I said, when on my channel, it's been going on for since the day they started messing around, the day they met. So it's already deep in. She got to
Oh
dig
yeah.
her way up out of it. You know what I mean?
Hmm. And it just
So,
got deeper and deeper in because after the spitting situation, I
oh
think I
yeah,
like walked
after
away from that.
after the breeze and all that, I still think they probably wasn't together then. He just had to show up or show, he was doing his thing.
Uh-huh.
But now, please, he over there doing business while she over there doing what she doing. I mean, he go over there, see two women, they got a mutual thought. Well, I don't think that they together. I think she just playing it. I
Hi,
don't
Dr.
know.
J. Welcome.
Hi, Dr. J.
I love Dr.
Okay,
J's channel
welcome.
too.
Yes.
Susan Robinson said DV victims will leave and come back many, many times. That is true. I have done it when I was
Yeah.
in mines several times, but I got to that point to where listen, I'm not going through this anymore. I had to build the courage to leave. I had to build the courage no matter what. You can say you're gonna do this to me, you can say you
Mhm.
can do that to me, but I'm leaving. And I left and I never looked back.
I know that's right.
No, that's right.
Dr.
Yeah.
J said, I am really embarrassed to be in your chat. Open.
I'm like, why?
Yeah. Why, Dr. J?
Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers in the
Yeah.
chat.
Yes.
Mother figures,
And
Happy
aunties.
Mother's Day
yes, we
to
appreciate y'all.
everybody. I appreciate y'all coming in here. I really
Right.
do. This incorporates with mothers because I
Yeah.
feel like as a mother, you want to be able to protect your children. You want to believe any and everything that they say. Let me tell you something. A child is not gonna lie to you
Mm-hmm.
about being touched. That's just how I look at it. Now
Mm-hmm.
there are some that has been um what you call that when you got the bitter baby mamas, bitter baby daddies where they coached them and they really
Mm-hmm.
haven't been touched. Now you do have some cases like that, but in the majority of the cases, um, they are not coached. They are actually being truthful. So you want to listen to your children and get the help and press the charges that you need to press and to make
Mhm.
sure they stay protected because they look up to us. They want to run to us, they want to tell us these things, but if we're not there to protect them, they're not going to do it, and they're going to feel like they have no other way out. A lot of people, you got kids that take their lives because they feel like they cannot run their parents. You know what I'm saying? But things, even not only down to being touched inappropriately, but like for bullying and things like that. Um, all type of different things that kids have took their lives from, um, you know, from not being able to come and talk to somebody. So I am a big advocate. It's about the children. You just cannot always, you can't be for one thing and then don't be for the other. That's not right and that's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
You can't say I stand for domestic violence and then say, hey, but I'm not gonna tell my homegirl over here to leave this relationship because she don't want me saying nothing to nobody, or I feel like she ain't gonna be my friend no more, or whatever the case may be. And then you not really stand for her and say, hey, I'm against this, but you're not over here letting your homegirl know, leave that person or your homeboy or whatever the case may be, because men go through the same thing too as well. Men get abused as well. We seen that also as well on with Robert Hampton. We seen him being abused by Brianna. We seen it.
Yeah.
We seen it when they was in that pool and she was smacking him up against his head. And he said, Lee, keep your hands off of me. Keep your hands off of me. So this is not alleged. This is something that we have actually seen and is actually proof out here. So men get it the same way as well as women does.
Right. Hi, DJ. Yes, I'm Dr. J. How you doing? But yeah, you right, sis. It go both ways. Men get abused as well as women.
Hmm.
You just
And it
said,
does,
especially when you
you
don't have
know.
nobody. Mm-hmm.
So all we can do is pray on the situation, you know.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
basically how I look at it. That's all we can do is pray on the situation and hope that the situation gets better. But from this been going on now for 3 years, and it don't look like it gets better. It look like it gets worse over time. There's always something. There's always something. And
Mm-hmm.
I think at a time and place, when is the time for it to have peace? Don't you want peace in your life? Don't you want your kids to not grow up? And let me tell you something also, the thing about that too. Your kids can grow up to hate you. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
last thing you want to do is have your
Right.
kids to hate you because they're going to
Mm.
remember all the things that you didn't do to protect them. They're going to feel
Yeah.
like, hey, mama, you didn't love me. You didn't love me. You remember when you had this man in our household? And you took up for him over us, and you bought him this and that over us. You ain't hardly buy us this. We ain't got this nice shoes. We ain't got this nice jewelry on us. You went on all these trips with him. Didn't take us hardly nowhere. We're at home. We got to see it on the internet that you having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Yeah.
left us with this pervert. You left us with somebody got these horrible sex assault charges and everything. This live
Or
is not my
sometimes we
time, so
see,
I'm all right. So
or something. Yeah, sometimes we see them eating and the kids staring. They eat. They hungry.
exactly.
You
Exactly.
know,
They had
like
good
what?
dinners around these kids, and we sat there and watched these kids
Like you just
watch them
stare at
eat.
the food. So you can't say, "Oh,
Yeah.
they ate already." No, they wanted some. So that's crazy. But I'm praying for her.
Right.
Definitely.
And
That's
that's
it.
all you can do. And then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Susan said, then when the family and friends speak up, they then become the enemy. Uh,
Yeah.
right.
Mm. Wow.
Right. They did become the enemy. But
Right.
I'm just going to say I'm about to end this live. I want to say happy Mother's Day to everybody. I appreciate y'all for coming up here. Sisters, would y'all like to close it out for me? Y'all say y'all peace.
Oh no, I'm done. I appreciate everybody coming through to support my sissies live. And it was a great conversation. We just appreciate everybody. And I love y'all. And happy Mother's Day and have a blessed rest of your day.
Yes, I love y'all too. Thank y'all for joining. Those of you who don't even know who the people we're talking about, but y'all still here and contributing to the conversation. Thank y'all so much. I hope everyone has a fantastic Mother's Day and did something special for yourself today. And I thank Lolo for having me up on the panel today and her going live because y'all know she not like Shelly. Okay, Shelly coming out of her shell, okay, and going live, not even giving us notice of nothing sometimes,
Oh,
Now she will for the most part, but some days she catches us off guard like Shelly live. Low,
eh,
we gotta find her. We gotta wake her up,
Yeah, you
find
have to
yeah.
find me.
eh. Then you
Yeah,
gotta
you
say,
have to. I ain't gonna lie. You have to find me.
then we gotta hear, I'm going live. No, I can't do. I'm going live. No, I can't go
she
live.
said notifications, delete.
Yes, I will do that real fast. I will do that real quick. When I say I'm gonna go live,
Yes, we gotta
and I
go
change
get
my
it.
mind, be like, nah, I ain't going live.
Yes,
Get me on another day.
yes. And just imagine how many of those we got, y'all. So
Uh
Right,
huh.
I appreciate
exactly.
my
I'm
sister
showing
going
up,
live.
sharing the
Yeah,
live.
yeah. Oh,
Listen, y'all
happy.
got me on the
Okay.
right day now.
I know that's
You
right.
like it.
I love it.
Y'all
Happy
got me on the right
birthday.
day.
Yeah, we
I'm
this was
glad you
fun.
are. Yes. And
Very
she'll be back
informative
too.
occasion.
Yes.
Thank you, Sapphire. I appreciate it. I try to make the live as best as I can, even though I'm a little tipsy. Okay.
Uh.
You did good though. You did good.
Yes, you did.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But I want to say, y'all have a great night. I love y'all. Happy Mother's Day again.
Yes.
And sisters, I will holler at y'all and see y'all on the back end. Everybody have a good night.
You too,
And
sis. Love y'all. Bye bye.
love y'all. Bye bye. Yeah.